Well, no issues of consent.
And we're live.
Okay, brilliant. Glad we are live. It's 3 o'clock British summertime. It's not the most summery day here. It can't decide whether to rain or sun on me at the moment. So who knows? If there's rain on the roof, I will try and cut my mic so we don't hear it. Hello and welcome to our 3 o'clock edition of Shaking Scenes. This is Shakespeare scenes from various plays performed for you from cues only by the lovely people on the screen. So let's have a quick go around and see who we are playing with today, because we have the adorable Ashley, who is back with us today, and she got her first jab yesterday. So yay, Ashley! Well done, girl. You're with us. We have Ian, who is there, he is fully vaccinated and has also proudly displaying a clean jawline, and which we applaud him again. Good to have you back, Ian. And Valentina's down there giggling her. She still hasn't had a haircut, but then neither have I. So we're still embracing the lockdown look. And Ellie's back with us, looking very piractical up there on the Scottish borders. Linda has stepped in at short notice to join us today, so we are extra delighted to have her with us as Falstaff. I still think you look like you're about to cruise off down the Charwell in a punt, Linda, but I do really love that look. Larissa's with us up there in Nottingham, also joined us at short notice, so lovely to have you as always. And Dewi, who's in the room next door to me, but it's still always lovely to see him on screen as well. So these lovely people are going to do 5 scenes in this sitting, and so without too much ado, I'm going to send you all off to the virtual tiring house. Get yourselves together while I sort everything else out on here and set up for, there they go, they've all gone. Okay, so if you have watched us before, welcome back. If you have not watched us, hello. Thank you for joining us. My name's Lizzie. I'm Artistic Director for Shake Scene Shakespeare. We are currently the only UK-based theatre company, both acting from and teaching Shakespeare from a cue-based point of view. This means that all the lovely people you've just seen on the screen are going to perform 5 scenes, but they do not know what each other are going to be saying or doing, because all they've seen is their own lines and their immediate cues, which is just a couple of words usually. Why do we do it like this? Not because we're crazy, but because we are working with a radical theatre version of the technique used by Shakespeare's own players way back in the Renaissance in the first London playhouses, and playhouses actually all across Europe. This is not unique to the UK, in that players performed only from their own part and their immediate cues, and there was very little, if any, prior group rehearsal. So we're sort of developing and working on this way. We're building on those who've had a go in the past, and we're making our own experiments, and we're making our own mistakes, and we're creating something here. And it's been great fun for the last year to create a whole online version of this. So thank you, those of you who've been part of it from the beginning, and hello to those of you, thank you for joining, who've just joined us today. So what are we doing? Right, you will notice that still there on our YouTube is our little donations link. And as ever, we do not require or expect donations, but they are extremely welcome and very much appreciated. We are still working voluntarily for no pay in order to be creating this work, to put entertainment out there, and also just to keep doing, because we are actors, we are creators, we wanted to keep doing things. If you are able to put in a donation, then that will be shared between the company, and with a proportion going to the Stephen Lawrence Foundation, which is now called something else, which I've gone and forgotten again. And then, yeah, so if you're able to, thank you very much. If you're not, then please enjoy the scenes anyway. You are extremely welcome. So we have 5 scenes from 5 different plays today. There is a sort of theme, not a very tight one. It was more a question of me picking scenes either we've never done as scenes or that we haven't done for a while. So this first one comes from our last full play, which is Henry IV, Part 2. Our next full play, actually no, I tell a lie, our last full play was Merry Wives. Wait, what am I thinking? So before that, it was Henry IV, Part 2. Our next play in 2 weeks' time will be Henry V. More about that at the end of this session. So we're going back to the Boar's Head in Eastcheap So we're going to the tavern frequented by Falstaff and Hal and all their friends during Henry IV, Part 1. In this scene, we are going to join Falstaff with Mistress Quickly, the hostess of the tavern, and one of her co-workers, Doll Tearsheet, as they entertain Falstaff and his followers to dinner. And we'll see how things work, how things go down in that particular quiet and peaceful dinner. This involves, I think, all of you. So can everybody just pop the mic off and tell me that you're ready to go?
Ready?
Yes, ready.
Okay, everybody's there. So guys, you know the drill. I will be here in case of internet dropout or any other kind of script-based calamity. Otherwise, because I will be watching the script, the full script off the screen. If all goes well, you will not hear me again until the end of the scene. If not, I may pop up to fill in a gap. Otherwise, guys, when I go, the stage is yours, and I will see you at the end. Have fun in the tavern.
Sweetheart, methinks now you are in an excellent good temporality. Your passage beats as extraordinarily as heart would desire, and your colour, I warrant you, is as red as any rose. But you have drunk too much canaries, and that's a marvellous searching wine, and it perfumes the blood ere we can say, what's this? Well, how do you now?
Better than I was.
Why, that was well said. A good heart's worth gold. Oh, look, here comes Sir John.
When Arthur first in court emptied the Jordan and was a worthy king. Oh, how now, Mistress Doll?
Sick of a calm, yea, good sooth.
Ah, so is all his sect. If they be once in a calm, they are sick.
Oh, you muddy rascal. Is that all the comfort you give me?
You make fat rascals, Mistress Doll.
I make them. Gluttony and diseases make them. I make them not.
Well, if the cook make the gluttonia, you help make the diseases, Doll. We catch of you, Doll. We catch of you. Grant that, my poor virtue, grant that.
Hi, Mary, our chains and our jewels.
Your brooches, pearls, and ouches, for to serve bravely is to come bolting off. You know, to come off the breach with his pike bent bravely, and to surgery bravely, to venture upon the charged chambers bravely.
Why, this is the old fashion. You two never meet, but you fall to some discord. You are both, in good troth, as rheumatic as two dry toasts. You cannot one bear with another's confirmities. What the good year? One must bear, and that must be you. You are the weaker vessel, the emptier vessel.
Can a weak, empty vessel bear such a huge, full hogshead? There's a whole merchant's venture of Bordeaux stuff in him. You have not seen a hulk better stuffed in the hold. Come, I'll be friends with thee, Jack. Thou art going to the wars, and whether I shall ever see thee again or no, there is nobody cares.
Sir, ancient pistol is below and would speak with you.
So you do, hostess.
Hang him, swaggering rascal. Let him not come
He
hither.
does not come hither. He's the foul-mouthed rogue in England.
If he swagger, let him not come here. I must live amongst my neighbours. I'll no swaggerers. I am in good name and fame with the very best. Shut the door. There comes no swaggerers here. I have not lived all this while to have swaggering now. Shut the door, I pray you.
Dost thou hear, hostess?
Pray you pacify yourself, Sir John. There comes no swaggerers here.
Dost thou hear? It is mine ancient.
Tilly, Sir John, never tell me your ancient swaggerers come not in my doors. I was before Master Tissick, the deputy, the other day, and as he said to me, it was no longer ago than Wednesday last, neighbour quickly, says he, Master Combe, our minister, was by then, neighbour quickly, says he, receive those that are civil, for, saith he, you are in an ill name. Now he said so, I can tell whereupon, for, says he, you are an honest woman and well thought on. Therefore take heed what guests you receive. Receive, says he, no swaggering companions. There comes none here who should bless you to hear what he said. No, I'll no swaggerers.
He's no swaggerer, hostess, a tame cheater. You may stroke him as gently as a puppy greyhound. He will not swagger with a Barbary hen. If her feathers turn back in any show of resistance, call him up, drawer.
Cheater, call you him. I will bar no honest man in my house. No cheater. But I do not love swaggering. I am the worst when one says swagger. Feel, masters, how I shake. Look you, I warrant you.
So you do, hostess.
Do I? Yea, in very truth do I. If it were an aspen leaf, I cannot abide swaggerers.
Save you, Sir John.
Welcome, ancient pistol. Here, pistol, I charge you with a cup of sack. Do you discharge upon mine, hostess?
I will discharge upon her, Sir John, with 2 bullets.
She is pistol-proof, sir. You shall hardly offend her.
Come, I'll drink no proofs, nor no bullets. I will drink no more than will do me good, for no man's pleasure I.
Then to you, Mistress Dorothy, I will charge you.
Charge me? I scorn you, you scurvy companion. What? You poor, base, rascally, cheating, lack linen mate. Away, you mouldy rogue, away! I am a meat for your master.
I know you, Mistress Dorothy.
Away, you cut-purse rascal, you filthy bung, away! By this wine, I'll trust my knife in your mouldy chaps if you play the saucy cattle with me. Away, you bottle-ale rascal, you basket-heeled stale juggler, you! Since when, I pray you, sir? What? With 2 points on your shoulders? Much.
I will murder your ruff for this.
Oh, good Captain Pistol! Oh, not here, sweet Captain!
Captain! Thou! Abominable damned cheater! Art thou not ashamed to be called Captain? If captains were of my mind, they would truncheon you out for taking their names upon you, before you have earned them. You a captain? You slave? For what? Huh? For tearing a poor horse rough in the bawdy house? He a captain? Ha! Hang him, rogue! He lives upon mouldy stewed prunes and dried cakes. A captain! These villains will make the world captain odious, therefore captains need look to it.
Thee, go down, good ancient.
Hark thee hither, Mistress Doll.
Not I tell you what, Corporal Bardolph, I could tear her. I'll be revenged on her.
Pray thee, go down.
I'll see her damned first, to Pluto's damned lake, to the infernal deep where Erebus and tortures vile also. Hold hook and line, say I. Down, down, dogs, down, fates. Have we not hiren here?
Good Captain Peasel, be quiet. It is very late. I beseech you now, aggravate your collar.
These be good humours indeed. Sold pack horses and hollow pampered jades of Asia, which cannot go but 30 miles a day, compare with Caesar and with cannibals and Trojan Greeks. Nay, rather damn them with King Cerberus and let the welkin roar. Shall we fall foul for toys?
By my troth, Captain, these are very bitter words.
Oh, be gone, good ancient. This will grow to a brawl anon.
Die men like dogs, give crowns like pins. Have we not iron here?
Oh, on my word, Captain, there's none such here. What the year? Do you think I would deny her? I pray be quiet.
Oh, then feed, and be fat, my fair Calepolis. Come, give me some sack, si fortune me tormente, spiritu me contente. Fear we broadsides? No, let the fiend give fire. Give me some sack, and sweetheart, lie down there. Come, we to full points here, and our et cetera's nothing?
Pistol, I would be quiet.
Sweet night, I kiss thy knife. What? We have seen the 7 stars.
Thrust him down the stairs. I cannot endure such a fustian rascal.
Thrust him downstairs? No, we not Galloway nags.
Oh, quite him down. But off like a shove-groat shilling. Nay, if he do nothing but speak nothing, he shall be nothing here.
Get you downstairs.
What? Shall we have incision? Shall we imbrue? Then death rock me asleep, abridge my doleful days. Why then let grievous, ghastly, gaping wounds entwine the sisters 3? Come, Atropos, I say.
Here's good stuff toward.
Oh, give me my rapier, boy.
I prithee, Jack, I prithee, do not draw.
Get you downstairs.
Here's a goodly tumult. I'll forswear keeping house before I open turrets and then fight. Now, alas, put up your naked weapons! Put up your naked weapons!
Jack, be quiet! Rascal's gone! Oh, you wholesome little villain, you!
Oh, you're not hurt in the groin? He thought we had made a shrewd thrust at your belly.
Oh, have you turned him out of doors?
Yes, sir. The rascal's drunk. You have hurt him, sir, in the shoulder.
A rascal to brave me!
Oh, you sweet little rogue, you. Alas, poor ape, how thou sweatest. Let me wipe thy face. Come on, your boots and chops so round. I love thee. Thou art as valorous as Hector of Troy, worth 5 Agamemnon, and 10 times better than 9 Worthies. Oh, villain!
A rascally slave! I will toss the rogue in a blanket.
Do, if thou darest for thy heart. If thou dost, I'll canvas thee between a pair of sheets.
Well done to all of you. Wow, that is such a crazy scene in a lovely, wonderful, crazy play. I really have also got to give enormous thanks to Alexandra Kataigida, our regular miracle maker, who choreographed that bit of action, which again, that's the only thing that we ever rehearse. We practice anything where we have to have a coordinated action. So right before about 2:15 this afternoon, we all came online. And the guys who were involved in that sequence all ran through their parts in the action, and all the pushing and shoving and the throwing downstairs and all of that is following the wonderful techniques created by the amazing Alexandra herself, who is one of the reasons that we have had so much fun and been able to be so sort of creative in the plays that we have staged over the last year and this year and hopefully next year. So I am eternally grateful to her and to these guys for doing stuff like that. And I hope you enjoyed it too, because, you know, they just had a fight. They had a full-on sort of brawl, but via Zoom. Magic of theatre. It never gets old. It never gets tired. Okay, so our next scene is, we're moving on, she said, checking lists. We are moving on to a little bit of As You Like It, or as we like it. So it's not as you like it, it's as we like it. And we're going to go deep into the forest of Arden for a little quiet time among the trees. So As You Like It was one of the first plays that we put on last year in connection with our friends up at the Loons, which has been great fun working with them. So hopefully we can work with them again soon, the cream-faced Loons. So the story of As You Like It. Well, we're going to a kingdom somewhere, possibly in France, where there has been a political coup and a younger brother has thrown out an older brother. The older brother, the Duke, has taken his court deep into the heart of the Forest of Arden, there to find some peace and some time to contemplate and look at the sort of what it really means, what life really means to them. And into that company have arrived various other refugees from the court. In disguise has come the two daughters of the two dukes. So we have cousins Rosalind and Celia, who have travelled into the forest in company with Touchstone the Fool. And it's always delightful to have one of the Fool characters come and visit in one of these scenes that we do. We don't get to see them very much, so it's always fun. And Touchstone the Fool, while he's there in the forest, he falls in love, or forms a connection at least, with the goat herd, Audrey. And this is the first time we meet with Audrey. We've met Touchstone before, but this is the first time we meet Audrey. And in their little witness to their exchange is one of the refugee courtiers, the melancholy Jacques, or Jack, or Jacques, or Jacques, or however it is you want to pronounce it. It's spelt Jacques in the French style, but nobody can decide exactly how it was most likely to have been pronounced. So I've always said Jacques, so that's what I call him. So Jacques, the philosopher, is eavesdropping on this little meeting between Touchstone and Audrey. So we have a little light gathering in the forest. So can I just check if Touchstone, Audrey, and Jacques, all of whom were just in the previous scene, are you guys ready to give us a little bit of forest fun?
We are ready.
Are we all there? Excellent. Well done, all of you. As ever, I will pop up when needed or in case of internet failing. Otherwise, the stage is yours. Pray enjoy yourselves. Take us into the forest.
Come apace, good Audrey. I will fetch up your goats, Audrey. And how, Audrey, am I the man yet? Does my simple feature content you?
Your features, Lord Warrenus. What features?
I'm here with thee and thy goats, as the most capricious poet, honest Ovid, was among the Goths.
Oh, knowledge ill inhabited, worse than Jove in a thatched house.
Truly, I would the gods had made thee poetical.
I do not know what poetical is. Is it honest indeed in word? Is it a true thing?
No, truly, for the truest poetry is the most feigning, and lovers are given to poetry.
Do you wish then that the gods had made me poetical?
I do truly, for thou swearest to me thou art honest. Now, if thou wert a poet, I might have some hope thou didst feign.
Would you not have me honest?
No, truly, unless thou wert hard favoured, for honesty coupled to beauty is to have honey as sauce to sugar.
A material fool.
Well, I am not fair, and therefore I pray the gods make me honest.
But be it as it may be, I will marry thee. And to that end, I have been with Sir Oliver Martex, the vicar of the next village, who hath promised to meet me in this place of the forest and to couple us.
I would fain to see this meeting.
Well, the gods give us joy.
Ah, here comes Sir Oliver. Sir Oliver Martex, you are well met. Will you dispatch us here under this tree, or shall we go with you to your chapel?
Is there none here to give the woman?
I will not take her on any guilt of any man.
Well, truly, she must be given, or the marriage is not lawful.
Proceed, proceed. I'll give her.
Oh, good evening, good Mr. What-you-call-it. How do you do, sir? You are very well met.
Will you be married, Motley?
As the ox hath his bow, sir, the horse his curb, and the falcon her bells, so man hath his desires, and as pigeon's bills, so wedlock would be nibbling.
And will you, being a man of your breeding, be married under a bush like a beggar? Get you to church and have a good priest that can tell you what marriage is. This fellow will but join you together as they join wainscot. Then one of you will prove a shrunk panel, and like green timber, warpe.
I were better to be married to him than of another, for he is not like to marry me well, and not being well married, it will be a good excuse for me hereafter to leave my wife.
Go thou with me, and let me counsel thee.
Come, sweet Audrey, we must be married, or we must live in bawdry. Farewell, good Sir Oliver. Begone, I say. I will not to wedding with thee.
'Tis no matter. Ne'er a fantastical knave of them all should flap me out of my calling.
Off they all go into the sunset. Thank you all so much. I'm reasonably sure that accent is not, that was just an example of all the players playing off each other. I'm not sure who planned that, but everybody went, okay, I'll do that too, which is one of the joyful things that can happen during this work. You know, that's the freedom that comes from not having a fully rehearsed scene. It's if somebody comes with an offer, somebody will accept it or give another offer, which is, this is almost like Shakespeare meets improvisation, which sounds unlikely and doesn't even sound possible, but definitely happens. I love it when they do that. Little creative little moments like that. Okay, so next time we do As You Like It, it's going to be set in Texas. That's going to be fun, definitely. Right. Okay, so enough of the fun and games. We're going on next to, we've done that one. We are going to Hamlet. Time for a little dark, dangerous, wandering times when we question things so deeply. Kind of times that we are hopefully coming out of in our real life. So this is another scene which has come comparatively late into this afternoon's repertoire. So let's see how it comes together. So what's been going on in Elsinore and the palace of the King and Queen of Denmark? Well, long story short, a lot of bad things have happened. The Prince Hamlet came home for the funeral of his father. He was behaving very strangely. The new king who just married the old queen, they were very concerned. They tried to help him. Things seemed to get worse. And the last thing that happened was in an attempt to find out exactly what was going on with Hamlet, he was having a conversation with his mother, which was being overheard by their advisor Polonius. Polonius was accidentally killed during that particular scene, and Hamlet was sent away to England to try and cover up the scandal and let everything sort of quietly subside. While he is away, Ophelia, the daughter of Polonius, has fallen into great mental and emotional stress, and the court are now even more concerned about her than they were about the Prince Hamlet and his behavior. So with Hamlet away and her father dead, let's see how Ophelia is getting on. So for this scene, I need one queen, one Osric, one Ophelia, and one king. Are we all ready, people?
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, so again, as ever, if anything necessary, you'll hear from me. Otherwise, first to enter are Queen and Osric, and enjoy the scene, guys. I'll see you on the other side.
I will not speak with her.
She is importunate, indeed distract. Her mood will needs be pitied.
What would she have?
She speaks much of her father.
'Twere good she were spoken with, for she may strew dangerous conjectures in ill-breeding minds. Let her come in. To my sick soul, as seen true nature is, each toy seems prologue to some great amiss.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
How now, Ophelia?
How should I your true love know from another one? By his cocoa hat and staff and his sandal shone.
Alas, sweet lady, what imports this song?
Say you, nay, pray you, mark. He is dead and gone, lady. He is dead and gone. At his head, a grass-green turf. At his heel, a stone.
Nay, but Ophelia.
Pray you, mark. White his shroud as the mountain snow.
Alas, look here, my lord.
Larded with sweet flowers, which bewept to the grave did not go, with true love showers.
Howdy, pretty lady.
Well, God dealed you. They say Owl was a baker's daughter. Lord, we know what we are, but know not what we may be. God be at your table. Pray you, let's have no words of this, but when they ask you what it means, say you this. Tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day, all in the morning betime, and I am made at your window to be your Valentine. Then up he rose and donned his clothes and up the chamber door. Let in the maid, that out a maid never departed more.
Pretty Ophelia.
Indeed, la, without an oath I'll make an end on it. By giz and by saints, charity alack, and 5 for shame. Young men will do it if they come to it. Quoth she, before you tumbled me, you promised me to wed. So would I have done by yonder sun, and thou hast not come to my bed.
How long hath she been thus?
I hope all will be well. We must be patient, but I cannot choose but weep. To think they should lay him in the cold ground. My brother shall know of it. And so I thank you for your good counsel. Come, my coach. Good night, ladies. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night. Good night.
Follow her close. Give her good watch, I pray you.
There we go. A very short but sweet, bittersweet visit to Elsinore this afternoon. Hamlet being a play we will be visiting next year, I hope. See how the rest of the story goes. Thank you very much to the players of that scene. That was most enjoyable and very subtle. We had a discussion beforehand about what props Ophelia should use, whether it was necessarily flowers. And I said, well, I've seen Ophelia's carry everything from a handful of rushes to the exact flowers she names, to rusty nails, toothbrushes, and pencils. You know, it depends how you interpret it. So rather, I don't know what it was that Larissa was holding, but that was a very interesting kind. It was very colourful. It was nice to have a bit of colour. Okay, so enough fun and games. 2 more scenes. Let's go to Richard III. Because we're staying with the darkly troubled courts. This is a scene we have not done as a scene, although it was an extremely popular part of the play when we did it last year. This is sort of the story of Tyrrell, the figure of history who may or may not have killed the princes in the tower. Of course, Shakespeare makes his own choice about that. And let's go and explore that little adventure now. So we have quite a few people who need to switch from the previous scene into this scene. So what have we got going on up to this point? Right. So Richard, Duke of Gloucester, really wanted to be king, according to Shakespeare. I'm not speaking historically. Those of you historians out there, I know he takes advantages with history. This is the story of the play. So Richard, Duke of Gloucester, wanted to be king so much that he set this train of plots and plans and murders going, so that gradually, piece by piece by piece, Richard has murdered and cheated and various other things his way to the throne. And he has, in fact, just been crowned. So you'd think, terrific, great, this is the end of the play. Not even slightly. Not even slightly. I think he gets crowned something like maybe 2/3 of the way through the play. There's a whole lot more stuff that has to go down. And this is always one of those bits you kind of think, if Richard had stopped just before this bit, would it have been different? Would we have had the Battle of Bosworth Field? Honestly, can't say. But sometimes it's fun to think about. So at this point, the king is he's having troubles. He's falling out piece by piece with his greatest supporter, his cousin Buckingham. So Buckingham has just refused the king, sort of the king's latest request regarding the prince's currently guests in the tower, and Buckingham has left the king's presence, and the king is not very happy not to have done that which he has asked to have done, certainly by someone that he feels should be doing what he asked him to do. So can I just see, because again, I think we have pretty much the whole group in this one. Do we have our, I'm just checking online, we've got Richard, we've got Tyrrell, Buckingham, Catesby. I know Catesby's still making a change from, Catesby, are we there?
Yeah, ready.
Excellent, well done. And we have Stanley and we have the page. Excellent, thank you all, lovely. So let's go once more. Let's go to the court of King Richard and let's see what happens next regarding those princes in the tower. Have fun, guys.
The king is angry. See, he gnaws his lip.
I will converse with iron-witted fools and unrespective boys, none of me, that look into me with considerate eyes. High-reaching Buckingham grows circumspect. Boy,
My lord.
knowest thou not any whom corrupting gold will tempt unto a close exploit of death?
I know a discontented gentleman whose humble means match not his haughty spirit. Gold were as good as 20 orators, and will no doubt tempt him to anything.
What is his name?
His name, my lord, is Tyrrell.
I partly know the man. Go, call him hither, boy. The deep revolving witty Buckingham no more shall be the neighbour to my counsels. Hath he so long held out with me untried, and stops he now for breath? Well, be it so. How now, Lord Stanley, what's the news?
No, my loving lord, the Marquess Dorset, as I hear, is fled to Richmond, in the part where he abides.
Come hither, Catesby. Rumour it abroad that Anne, my wife, is very grievous sick. I will take order for her keeping close. Inquire me out some mean poor gentleman, whom I will marry straight to Clarence's daughter. The boy is foolish, and I fear not him. Look how thou dream'st I say again, give out that Anne, my queen, is sick and like to die. About it, for it stands me much upon to stop all hopes whose growth may damage me. I must be married to my brother's daughter, or else my kingdom stands on brittle glass. Murder her brothers, and then marry her, uncertain way of gain. But I am in so far of blood that sin will pluck unseen. Tear falling pity dwells not in this eye. Is thy name Tyrrell?
James Tyrrell, and your most obedient servant.
Art thou indeed?
Prove me, gracious lord.
Darest thou resolve to kill a friend of mine?
Please you, but I had rather kill 2 enemies.
Why then thou hast it, 2 deep enemies, foe to my rest, and my sweet sleep's disturbers are they that I would have thee deal upon. Tyrrell, I mean those bastards in the tower.
Let me have open means to come to them, and I'll soon rid you of the fear of them.
Thou sing'st sweet music. Hark! Come hither, Tyrrell. Go by this token, rise and lend thine ear. There is no more but so. Say it is done, and I will love thee and prefer thee for it.
I will dispatch it straight.
My lord, I have considered in my mind the late request that you did sound me in.
Well, let that rest. Dorset is fled to Richmond.
I hear the news, my lord.
Stanley, he is your wife's son. Well, look unto it.
My lord, I claim the gift, my due by promise, for which your honour and your faith is pawned. The earldom of Hertford and the movables which you have promised I shall possess.
Stanley, look to your wife. If she convey letters to Richmond, you shall answer it.
What says your highness to my just request?
I do remember me. Henry VI did prophesy that Richmond should be king, when Richmond was a little peevish boy. A king, perhaps.
May it please you to resolve me in my suit?
Thou troublest me. I am not in the vein.
And is it thus? Repays he my deep service with such contempt? Made I him king for this? Oh, let me think on Hastings, and be gone to Brennock, while my fearful head is on.
The tyrannous and bloody act is done. The most arch deed of piteous massacre that ever yet this land was guilty of. Dighton and Forrest, whom I did suborn to do this piece of ruthful butchery, albeit they were fleshed villains, bloody dogs, melted with tenderness and mild compassion, wept like to children in their death's sad story. Oh, thus, quoth Dighton, lay the gentle babes. Thus, quoth Forrest, girding one another within their alabaster innocent arms. Their lips were 4 red roses on a stalk, and in their summer beauty kissed each other. A book of prayers on their pillow lay, which one, quoth Forrest, almost changed my mind. Oh, but oh, the devil, there the villain stopped. When Dighton thus told on, We smothered the most replenished sweet work of nature that from the prime creation ere she framed. Hence both are gone, with conscience and remorse. They could not speak, so I left them both to bear the tidings to the bloody king. And here he comes. All health, my sovereign lord.
Kind Tyrrell, am I happy in thy news?
Well, if to have done the thing you gave in charge beget your happiness, be happy then, for it is done.
But didst thou see them dead?
I did, my lord.
And buried, gentle Tyrrell?
The chaplain of the tower hath buried them, but where, to say the truth, I do not know.
Come to me, Tyrrell, soon, and after supper, when thou shalt tell the process of their death. Meantime, but think how I may do the good, and be inheritor of thy desire. Farewell, till then.
I humbly take my leave.
Off they go into the rest of their story. God, shivers. Always get a little shivery with that bit. So it's been an interesting afternoon so far. There's been a lot of doom and gloom, a lot of dark plans, a lot of plots going awry. Are we going to end with a slightly brighter ending? Not entirely. We're going to Midsummer Night's Dream for our final scene. We will be back at 5 o'clock. Sorry, don't know what happened then. We will be back at 5 o'clock with another sitting of more actors and more scenes. But the last scene we're going to be doing today is from Midsummer Night's Dream. And it's a little bit of knockabout between two of our troubled lovers, between Demetrius and Helena. So these are the two who there's a prequel to Midsummer Night's Dream, which is the story of Demetrius and Helena, because before the play begins, Demetrius was in love with Helena and they were to some extent engaged. It's never very clear. And then for reasons completely unknown and unexplained, Demetrius switches his affections to Hermia and creates all the trouble between the four lovers and causes all the running away into the forest and all sorts of other things that happen. And poor Helena is left kind of going, why? What? I didn't know what I do. So her solution is to tell Demetrius that Hermia is running away to marry her own true love, Lysander. And she does this in the hope that it will make Demetrius feel more friendly towards her. So good luck with that one, Helena. But we meet them now in the wood, and we'll just see how things are going with them. Do I have a Demetrius and a Helena ready to go?
Yep.
Okay, right. So, guys, as soon as I'm gone, have fun, good luck, don't hurt each other in the forest, and we'll see you on the other side. Enjoy.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen into this wood, and here I am, and wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that I do love thee the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you do your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I look upon you, when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think not I am in the night, nor does this wood lack worlds of company, for you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest has not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story will be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valour flies.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or, if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, in the town and field you do me mischief.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, everybody who has taken part this afternoon. Let's have all the company back on screen, please. I nearly said on stage. There we go. That's me hopping ahead. I think of this as stage. It's the stage. It's where we perform. All right. Well done to all of you. That was so much fun and you've worked so hard. So thank you, Ellie and Linda and Valentina, very much Larissa, Ian, Ashley and Dewi. Epic characterization, guys. Thank you so much for just putting so much into it. Very much appreciated. I hope everybody out there has enjoyed it as much as I have. We will not be live next week. We are back at 5 o'clock today if you want some more, but we are off next week. We are back June the 6th, 3 o'clock British summertime to conclude the first part of our history saga adventure with Henry V. So it's going to be once more unto that breach for all of us. And so please join us in a couple of weeks, see how that works. See you at 5 o'clock if you can drop by. Have a good couple of weeks if we don't see you in between. Good luck to everybody who's giving out vaccines. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. To all of you doing the coordinating and just everything that's involved. And so just thank you, everybody, all of us. Let's keep it safe. Let's keep it going. We're getting there, which is such a wonderful feeling. So I will see you all in a couple of weeks. I'll see you on screen whenever we like, but I'll see everybody out there in a couple of weeks. All right. So thank you very much. Valentina, take us off the air. See you next time, everyone. Recording.